Picture these moments of little Ella Grace at her best, smiling, saying cheese, playing on the jungle gym, just being a 4-year-old, because this isn't the norm.
Today's a very, very good day because she's singing, she's talking, she's interacting, she was performing for you. Those are very rare, rare days in our world.
Her mother, Michelle Hall, says the bad days are just awful.
She hits, she's aggressive, she bites. She doesn't sleep good during the night. She'll wake up just screaming. She'll be playing with her Magnadoodle and just throw it and just scream like she has Tourette's. She'd never done that before.
Before this, a cocktail of medications, each one taken twice a day.
Triliptal, Keppra, Zyrtec, Prozac, Risperidone.
A blend of liquids to tame her epilepsy, followed by more medicine to treat each drug's side effects. And those side effects are wide-ranging, from physical to behavioral, from nausea and vomiting, headaches, hallucinations, to speech problems, mental slowness, skin rash, depression, hostility and aggression, and more, sometimes even increased seizures. Ella Grace has taken several medications at a time consistently for 3 of her 4 years of life. She had hurdles from the start, born premature, but Michelle says Ella Grace quickly flourished.
She was perfectly healthy, was meeting her milestones. Delays were diminishing daily. Her doctors were just amazed.
Then, on her first birthday, a seizure, followed by several days in the NICU and a diagnosis of epilepsy and her first prescription.
They put her on phenobarbital. That was the beginning of a nightmare we have lived in. Phenobarbital changed who she was. She was always happy, smiling, easygoing.
Doctors switch her medication every 5 to 6 months, typical for those with epilepsy. But with each change, Michelle says Ella Grace fell into a nasty cycle, meeting milestones, and then
the moods, the behavior, she was not gaining any of her education was not sticking. She would just run around the house and hit and just horribly defiant. You literally watch when the medicine kicks in, she changes. She becomes groggy, she can't walk, she can't climb, she can't do things that most 4-year-olds do. I can't even tell you the tears that I've cried.
Michelle has found another treatment option across the country. It's cannabis oil or medical marijuana. In Louisiana, you can use it if you're undergoing chemotherapy, you have glaucoma, or spastic quadriplegia, a rare form of cerebral palsy. Epilepsy is not covered, and neither are children. So Michelle is packing her bags and moving to Colorado, where epilepsy is included in the state's medical marijuana bill, and where doctors and other parents have told her about success stories.
They see their children's eyes light up with life. They see their minds clear. They can focus. Their seizures stop. But what are my options? I have none. I'm literally at a brick wall. I have no options. Keep pouring this down her, go back into ICU, get on something worse. You know, I can't do it.
Is it safe for a 4-year-old? Are there long-term effects?
Cannabis oil, even though not studied in long-term studies, short-term studies, if it works, doesn't have a bad side effect profile.
We told WDSU medical editor Dr. Corey A. Baer about Ella Grace, and he says prescribing 6 or 7 medications is not uncommon, though it is not ideal. And without a doubt, he says epilepsy medications have long-term effects.
The cannabis oil may decrease the ability of the child cognitively, but it also may decrease some of the side effects of the epilepsy. More importantly, it also may not do any of those things.
So is cannabis oil a cure-all? He says after exhausting all resources, it's worth a try. And he knows the wild variations in state law can pose real problems to patients like Ella Grace.
What we don't want is a young child not being able to fulfill her life's aspirations because we know that something works for her and then she just can't get it. That's really not fair.
The Louisiana Board of Medical Examiners will recommend other diseases or conditions that should be covered under the law in the upcoming legislative session. Executive Director Dr. Celia Mouton told us at the current time the board does not have anything to report regarding recommendations. They are due 60 days before the session, so the board will have to make a decision probably during the December meeting. The lawmaking session is in the spring, and Michelle says she doesn't have that kind of time, so she's moving this month. She has a lot of hope for cannabis oil. Colorado doctors have told her they'd prescribe just 2 small doses a day.
I know as a mother, I will try anything if this can get her off, because by putting her on the cannabis oil, I can start weaning her off of this really quick. I just want options. This may not be for everybody, but as a parent, I want another option, and that's all I'm asking.